Alright you guys, I'm going to attempt to put a 4-hour fishing trip into under 3 minutes, or right at 3 minutes, so you can check it out. So, you know, loading up this jet ski, getting into the lake, that's easy. I do solo launches all the time. I put it up on the ramp. So it's about 35 minutes since I left my house, and here's my first fish. And by the way, when I say 4-hour fishing trip, that was leaving my house, getting back to my house. So not all that was fishing. So the first fish was wrong species. It was yellow belly. So then I found this pile of debris and brush pile and some, I don't know, there's some long trees that fell in the water, and it looked really good. So I started fishing it. Now this is a quick LiveScope picture of what I'm seeing down there, and I've got the game turned up so I can see my lure a little bit better, and it produced a couple of good fish. The first one was really nice. I'm using a 1.5-inch Bobby Garland on a 1/16 jig head with a 1/16 split shot about 18 inches above it. Now I've just rolled it, just barely fluttered it over the top, and this giant white crappie came out after it. I mean, it was beautiful. I was able to watch most of it on the LiveScope, and you know, that's why you don't see my pole give. It's just I saw it on LiveScope, I saw him hit it, and my lure disappeared, so I set the hook, and it turned out to be a nice 15-inch white crappie, which is very, very good for Middle Tennessee, Percy Priest Lake. So this was a really nice catch, and I also caught about 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 inches off of it too. And then on my next cast, or 2 casts after this one, I got a 12-inch fish, which was a really nice fish too, but this 15-inch was super cool. You know, my fishing trips sometimes will last all day, from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Sometimes I just go for 3, 4 hours. I'm only about 15 minutes away from the water, and so that makes it real convenient. And the jet ski is great for solo fishing, and now that it has LiveScope, it even makes it better. Even though I had LiveScope, I've also got DownScan and traditional sonar, and I found these spots before with those and caught many a fish. Let me give you 3 tips that's going to help you catch more fish, especially crappie. Alright, tip number 1, find fish and fish them for a few minutes and then move on. Change lures if you need to, but if they're not biting, when I'm talking about crappie, if they're not biting, move on, and then you can come back later. Alright, so tip number 2 is use the lightest tackle you can get away with. I mean, fish are finicky. If it doesn't look like something they would eat, they're not going to eat it. So if you got a huge weight on there and it's just dropping to the bottom like a rock, they're not going to eat it. They like it rolling and like it's halfway dead. Always use light tackle and use a split shot if you need more weight. And tip number 3 for catching more crappie is that when you find them, they'll be there today, and then tomorrow they could be gone. So you may have to change your strategy and look for other places, but they'll be someplace in like areas. If you find them on brush, they'll be in brush. If you find them at 10 feet, the other ones will be in 10 feet, and etc. So make sure you're paying attention to where they're at and look for those same places elsewhere if you can't find fish or if they're not biting. So do like I did. Put these 3 tips to use, and I promise you it'll help you catch more fish. So check out my other videos on Kevin 11 Outdoor Adventures on YouTube. I got lots of camping, lots of fishing, lots of jet ski, lots of FishPro stuff. I'll see you guys over there.